Okay. So, to continue with what science has taught us about dyslexia, and the key thing is to understand what is the basis. Why do children experience the difficulties they do? And I've tried to capture this in this image. So the origins of the difficulties is not reversing letters. Not at all. It's getting to the sounds of spoken language. And that difficulty leads to a set of symptoms. Problems in spoken language. You can see them even early on as children try to, if you say, oh, what rhymes with cat? In order to know that, you have to have been able to pull apart the word cat and focus on the rhyme at the end. So then you know cat, sat, rat. But even younger children who at that age should be able to do it, if they're dyslexic, they have trouble doing that. And also as children get older, knowing cognitively what they want to say, but not being able to retrieve the word. And you can imagine how embarrassing it is. The teacher calls on you, oh, I know, and it doesn't come out of your mouth. That's word retrieval difficulties. Learning the letters and associating sounds to letters, and eventually being able to read fluently, that's accurately, rapidly, and with good understanding. Being able to spell. Reading begins with decoding. Spelling is encoding, taking the spoken word and putting it into print. And also learning a foreign language. If you've had difficulty getting into the spoken language of your spoken language system of your primary language, can you imagine what happens when you try to learn a secondary language? It's a very common problem. And we're working very, very hard to have schools understand this, particularly as children go up in the grades and in high school. You must take this foreign language, you must take that. Well, what if you're dyslexic? And I will tell you from personal experience, we've been able to convince Yale University to understand that and to offer, and it's a very strict protocol. If you're diagnosed as dyslexic, we can do that, and you can request a partial waiver of the foreign language requirement so that you can take a course in the history or sociology of a country that doesn't speak English. And just give you an example of an experience we had. We often speak for the Yale Alumni Association. And one year we were speaking and I said something like this. And at the end of the lecture, this man was all red in the face and teary-eyed. And he came racing down the stairs. And he said, I have dyslexia. And I tried to take French when I was at Yale. I couldn't do it. It was such a struggle. But finally, my professor said to me, okay, I will pass you on 2 conditions. The first is if you could say my name is in French, je m'appelle, whatever, he could do that. But the second was the really critical one. And you know what the second was? He couldn't tell anyone ever that he took French at Yale. So, and we've now had this partial waiver for maybe 15, 20 years, and it's advanced to the point that the foreign language professors will call me and say, Dr. Shaywitz, this young lady or this young man has tried so hard, and they've had tutors, they can't do it. And the real tragic part is, it's taking their time and energy from courses they could succeed in.